I watched the video from you guys just recently. It was a marketing video around one of your freelancers. I don't know if freelance is the right word here, but one of the guys that submits content to your site had made like $5 million with you. Is that about right?
Yeah, I think so. Our top seller, we've got a couple. I'm pretty sure one of them's crossed 5 million. A couple at 4 million. I think there's something like 20 who've sold over $1 million of stuff, which it's kind of mind-boggling. But very cool. We've got an elite program that we as people pass these ladders, it's just tries to incentivize things. I always would think back to when I was selling and what kinds of things motivated me as a seller, and I really liked milestones and badges and like just real trivial stuff actually, but it was like markers of your success. And so we tried to replicate that with Flashdance. So we have all these badge levels and the amount you make off each sale climbs, and once you pass that level, we had one of the top authors writing on a blog post one day that they found it a little bit more boring in their bed of money, I guess, crying about how much money they were making. It wasn't quite what it used to be, and so we were like, oh, we should give them like things to reach for. So we created this elite program. It was like after watching, if you've seen the movie Up in the Air with George Clooney, where he's like really into frequent flyer miles and he really wants to meet the captain. So I'd watched that movie and I was like, we should do that thing, but for these authors. And so we created this elite program where when you hit $1 million, we declare a day in your honor, so it'd be like Chris Day, and we send you a Super Bowl ring, which is made by the guys who make the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl rings. It's like super gaudy and completely horrible, but it's sold by this guy who looks a little like a snake oil salesman, but we send them on. It's kind of cool. When you hit $10 million, we'll fly you first class here to Melbourne, and I'll go to the airport and shake your hand, and then I guess you hang out in Melbourne or something, and at $25 million, we'll send you to space.
Wow.
I assume by the time someone reaches $25 million, we'll have a way to do that. Many of our competitors have over time paid less to their suppliers, their contributors. For us, we've been going in the opposite direction. As we've grown bigger, we've increased the percentage we pay out on the basis that when you have more volume, that margin stretches further and you can still build a sizable business. Of course, the inverse is also true in the sense that the bigger you get, the more momentum you have, the less power your supplier actually has, right? Because you kind of control the market, which is the reason you can actually, I mean, it's not very nice PR, but you can just do it anyways and you expand your profit margins. I always felt like maybe it would be harder to justify to someone who just put money in and was thinking from that point of view. Whereas for us, it was because we were by authors, like by creators, for creators, it seemed just the sensible thing to do as soon as we could afford it, to increase what we were paying out.